What's your love language?
Yeah, it's true.
It's so exhausting. I have this conversation like 8 times a week.
This is not a test.
We good? All right. We're here with the Childless MILF. Is that the name of your special?
It is. Childless
Childless MILF.
Yeah.
Is that what people call you?
No, not
Or,
necessarily.
Like you named it yourself?
Yeah, I think I said it one night and everyone laughed, and I was looking for a name of my special, and I was like, that's it.
Nice.
I just chose right then.
Kimmy Congdon.
What's up, guys?
Congdon. Kimmy Congdon.
Creamy Congdon.
Kareem. You said don't say it. Kareem Congdon.
Kareem Abdul Congdon.
We're in the Gas Digital studio. This is not my usual studio. That's why my logo is behind me. And Sienna's not here. Sienna's doing something else. I don't know. But Kimmy is here, and I've been a big fan for a while. You did my show last night. Thank you so much.
fun.
Vinny and Friends. What was your experience like on Vinny and Friends?
You have a really good crowd.
Mm-hmm. You crushed it.
They're so hot. Your audience is very attractive. If you want to find out, first of all, more men should come to your show. It would be smart for more men to come to your show because there's so many hot single women there.
Mm-hmm.
It is like, I was on stage and I was like, dude, if I was a single dude, I would come here and crush it.
Well, I used to say that about Chippendales too, because Chippendales had not only were they hot, they were horny.
Yes.
And going crazy, but like, I don't know, it's kind of like a little creepy. Like guys like going to like creep out.
Well, no,
Chippendales.
you can go places to, at comedy shows, maybe a good place to meet someone. You watch
Totally.
a show and then after at the bar, you can meet them.
Totally. And it's not like, even though there's girls at my show, it's a unisex thing. So it's not like creepy for a guy to go.
It's not like a yoga class, a women's yoga class.
Right.
And then there's just one dude there. You always have to really look at the dude in the yoga class. Like, does he want to be here?
You just reminded me of that episode of Shameless where the guy was going to the pregnant Lamaze classes to pick up pregnant girls. Because you're a Shameless fan, right?
I do like Shameless.
Yeah. Do you remember that episode?
I don't remember. That must have been
Oh.
later in the seasons because I
Yeah.
kind of watched until like season 8 or something.
I
or
had such
7.
a crush on Emmy Rossum.
Every guy does.
Ah.
Every guy likes her. What is it? Because she's very like, I don't want to say basic because she's beautiful, obviously.
Well, it's the curly hair.
Okay.
She's beautiful. She's talented. That show made her very human. Like
She's like a girl that you could see in your neighborhood and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I could love her.
which is exactly like girl next door type, which is crazy because that's just her playing a role. I don't know if she's really like that in real life, but
Yeah.
what was her name? Fiona?
Fiona.
Yeah, like that character became such like a part of her personality, you know what I mean?
Such a good show too.
Yeah.
Take this away.
As I get older though, I get in trouble though because like, and I'm just getting like more real with myself because like I always talk about how I like big booties and slim thick girls and like that, and I just think that like that's just like the smarter route to go for me to settle down,
Right.
because it always just like, you know, it keeps my dick in like really involved. Cause like let's just say like I don't know what Emmy Rossum looks like, but like I'm just saying like I can say, oh my God, she's so beautiful and blah blah blah, but like then like, you know, some like jiggly ass walks down the street 10 years later, I'm just like, oh my God, what's that like, you know?
Do you think you'll be able to be monogamous forever?
I love how that triggered that question.
I'm Puerto Rican. My first thing goes to, even with a man that I'm not dating, I'm like into like so do you cheat?
Right. Well, I'm very self-aware. It's like shit cheaters say. Whatever
Hold on.
shit cheaters say is about to be whatever comes out of my mouth.
Should be a checklist of Vinny's red flags.
Yeah. Literally.
I'm very self-aware.
Yeah.
Too self-aware is not good. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That is good.
All the thing. No. Obviously, like I think I want to be monogamous for sure. I want to settle down. I'm dating with intention. We talked about this last time.
We did.
And you know, a lot of these like celebrities and shit, like Nick Cannon and now Neo has like a couple girlfriends. They just kind of accept that they just can't be monogamous, and then they just get a bunch of girlfriends.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just accept it. And sometimes it's creepy, like, you know, Diddy, R. Kelly shit. But then sometimes it's like, I guess, kind of can like who
It works for some people.
it work. Yeah, some like the poly it like works
like
for some people.
Those people that live in that rock in Montana or Utah or whatever.
Well, like Mormons.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
From the show with the 9 wives.
Yeah, John and Kate +8.
Something like that, pretty much.
But Nick Cannon one, they seem like happy. Like I think he just like has a baby with them and then just kind of like takes care of them. And guys like a Range Rover and like they're good.
That's why he has so many seasons of Wild now. He has to.
Yeah, but also like he has to. I guess like he gets like residual money from that because like I couldn't take care of that many people. I don't want to financially be responsible for more than one woman.
I'm sorry. There's just no way that he's there for every kid and still doing Wild and Out.
What do you mean?
There's no way. I have 0 children.
You mean
and I have
the time wise?
I have 0 children right now.
Yeah.
I'm like not married, right? I don't have a house to take care of. I'm traveling and I'm still I have like an hour left every day, maybe.
No, he's not seeing them. He just sees them on Christmas. He does this whole thing where he like posts like a Christmas card, but he posts like a Christmas.
Not the Christmas card.
No, he like flew around to like each one of them and like took a picture with them or some shit during Christmas or Father's Day.
Father's Day, he flies to each one of them and does it.
Yeah,
for a photo.
Yeah.
He's a Facebook dad.
Yeah,
that's all right. Whatever.
But
okay.
my point. I mean, there just hasn't been like a outcry of like them being unhappy. I think like they kind of like are chilling. Like his baby mamas and shit. They're like
no one's complaining.
No, like they're on the set. He has like a podcast with one of them. You know what I mean? I'm giving him props. Anyway, my point is.
No, he seems like he'd be a cool guy to co-parent with.
Right.
Because he makes it easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
He probably flies them in all the time instead of them going.
Totally.
They're probably all there.
Some guys are like that. He
just buys a wing out.
Well, I was talking to this Muslim girl recently, and she was like, "Yeah, she's like in the culture. I think the guy's allowed to have like 4 wives or something like that, but like he has to treat all of them equally and fairly. It's not like." This like glamorized thing that guys think it is where it's like, oh, I got all these girls.
It's like a responsibility. Like it's like someone with too many cats.
Right. It's like you don't have side cats, side pussy.
Side pussy.
You have to treat all your pussy equally.
Right.
And I don't want that. I do not want 4 wives. I don't want 2 wives. I want 1 wife. That's why it's just like as much as I have lived that kind of like party not monogamous lifestyle, like I just don't want. I know that's not the finish line I want to end up at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want to be creepy single 50-year-old like in the club type.
No,
you know
I don't
what
think
mean?
you will.
It's getting there. That's why I'm kind of like starting to date it with intention, because like 36, like once you're like 46, it's starting to
You know what I think happens? I think there's this cycle, and I've seen it with everybody who has ever fallen in love, mostly. Is that there's like you go through your phase where you don't care, right? You're like single forever. This is the life. And then you get sick of it and you go, I'm dating with intention.
Yeah.
And then there's the next level where where you want the dating with intention so bad. Then you go, F it. I remember being like, I'll die alone.
Like, it comes back around.
Dude, where you go, F it, I'll die alone. And then
you meet your person.
Everybody I know,
really,
every single person I know that is like seriously dating someone met them like right when they were like it.
It's like an acceptance thing,
dude.
You know
there's
what I mean?
something. It's an energy shift where it's I remember crying to my therapist, being like, I just feel like I'm just scared to die alone. And I swear to God, he went, and you might.
Right.
I was like, what do you mean?
Just acceptance, so you're not so scared.
He was like, you might. And I was like, no. And then I just thought about it for a long time. And then I just I was like, well, I might.
I mean, I wouldn't walk around like in desperation of it. But I don't like when, because I'm so used to being the other guy that's like, oh, I'm single. I'm happy with it. If it comes, it comes. And now like I do this thing. It's like almost like a funny experiment to me. Or when I'm talking to girls and I'm like, so are you looking for a relationship? And I know 99% of the time what they're going to say. And I do it because like society, I think, has told people to say what they're about to say, which is, I'm not looking right now. I'm focusing on myself. If it comes, it comes. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's actually not the right approach, I don't think. I mean,
Right.
I
if
get
you
the
are
sentiment.
looking for a relationship, you should be like,
I'm looking for a relationship.
Even you could be like, it sounds. You could out loud go, I'm scared that sounds aggressive, but yes, I'd like to be with someone.
Right.
But
or
a lot of people are scared to say that because they're scared to get rejected.
yeah, no, it's a whole like exactly. It's a whole like psychological reason why they're not saying it, but they really do want relationships. Look, if you don't want a relationship for some kind of reason, for sure, say that. But my point is that the people that are saying that, like, they do want relationships.
Most people want to
Everybody
be
wants a
loved.
relationship.
Most people want to be loved. Yeah. And even the people that don't, I think probably deep down, I think the first thing that you feel as a baby is wanting to be loved. And I think it's like the last thing you feel too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Want to be loved. We're social creatures. We're tribal, physical touch. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, who wants to be alone?
Totally. It's a lot of people are in denial. It's like this, it's kind of this like, I don't even care.
And I don't think you have to be scared of it. I don't think you have to be scared of saying, because then they ask it back to me and they think I'm going to say the same thing, especially because I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Like that's probably looking for pussy or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, I am looking for a relationship. I'm looking for a girlfriend. I never did talk like this. This is like the new era dating with intention. But that's why I like the dating apps, because we were talking about it. It's like, I just like to know someone's in that mindset of like, if you're on a dating app, you're like, I'm kind of looking for this right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Some people are not though. Some people are on the dating apps just to fuck around. I'm like, you could do that off the dating app. For me, a dating app is a waste. Like go fuck someone in real life like they used to.
Unless
that's
it's like
easier.
A hookup dating app though, like a Tinder or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I've found relationships on Tinder.
Really?
Yeah, because sometimes I've dated a couple of guys off Tinder because for me, you can find a guy that just doesn't really care about phones. That's the app that they would use. They're not going on like Hinge or Raya. They're not going on like the new shit. They're going on the oldest.
Like they're not that
know.
like technological savvy.
Yes. They just like they're like their phones are like
they're on plenty of
the guy I'm dating now.
.com.
He went to the store the other day. I swear to God, he left his phone just on my counter. Like,
scary.
and he does it all the time.
I hate when people do that.
He does it all the time. He just leaves it unlocked, and I'm like, don't you know I'm Puerto Rican?
You're
I'm
going
like
in that
looking
shit.
at it. I'm fucking
eyeing it up.
Eyeing it.
Do you know his passcode?
I don't. But he like, he doesn't care. He doesn't care if I go through his phone. But
so you were single for a long time.
I was single for a long time.
You lived in New York. That's when we kind of used to kind of like DM a little bit.
Yeah.
You lived in New York.
Yeah.
I was like probably living in Staten Island, but I've always known who you were because I'm a fan of comedy.
Yeah.
And I used to follow like Gas Digital, like everything that happened here and
I
stuff.
saw you here one time when I did a podcast a very long time ago.
Well, Jersey Shore used to like crisscross with like the comedy podcast interview world a lot because there's comedians everywhere. You know what I mean?
I remember I got my makeup done next to Angelina one time.
What was it for? OnlyFans?
No, something else. I actually don't remember. It was like 5 years ago.
But some like morning radio show.
Yeah, but it's always been like a little bit of a crossover.
Yeah.
With all that. Oh, I was filming something for MTV.
Okay, so you're not from New York.
No, I'm from Florida.
Okay.
I'm originally from Florida. I was went to
What
school
part?
there. I'm from Melbourne, Florida.
Where's that?
It's close to Orlando. I went to school, UF, the Gators.
Orlando's the worst.
Orlando's not great. Orlando,
You have to like pay people to live there.
It's not Orlando though. It's
I know,
like by the beach. It's like an hour away from
okay.
Orlando, which makes a big difference because Florida's small. An hour's a long way away.
Yeah.
So
closer to a body of water.
yeah,
Not
Florida's
just, like-
fucking. If you haven't seen, have you seen the beautiful parts of Florida? Have you had a chance to really?
Yeah, like what's that
Not
club?
Orlando.
11 in Miami.
Not Miami. Not Miami.
Fort Lauderdale.
Miami's not Florida.
My family used to have a house in like my aunt and uncle used to take me every year to Pompano Beach.
Okay.
It was like a kind of old person.
You need to hit a good part of Florida.
What, like Tampa?
No, like Lido Beach is really beautiful. There's places that look like you're on a different country, dude, and they're so private. And
well, we did a season recently in the Keys, and that was
Keys was pretty sick.
That was literally like being in another country.
Yeah,
there was like
is interesting.
Caribbean people there.
Yeah.
We're in like international waters.
Yeah,
or
you can
like
see,
that.
I think, Cuba from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very fun.
So you lived here for a guy.
Yeah, I was doing comedy. I moved to LA in 2011. I dropped out of college, started doing stand-up, and I met a guy in 2016. I moved to New York in 2017, and back out in 2019.
Was he a comedian?
Yes, he was.
Oh.
Yes. It's this guy.
Oh, okay, so you knew him from L.A.
Yeah.
Got
We're still
you.
friends. He's right outside the studio.
Yeah. Can we say his name?
Yeah, it's Louis. Yeah,
Louis
it's Louis
Gomez.
Louis J. Gomez. Shout out Louis J. Gomez. This is his studio.
Yes.
This is where we're doing the pod.
So you met him in L.A. through doing comedy there, but he lived in New York.
This was when, have you heard of roast battles
Yeah.
that are going on? Yeah, this was when roast
Jeff
battles
Ross.
just started, like the first few ones. And they were doing an East Coast, West Coast battle. It was the first one. And Louis, his podcast, he's known for being controversial and offensive, and that's his thing. And he posted, this was when Facebook was a thing. He posted on Facebook and was like, a lot of women are complaining that we're not bringing any East Coast comedians to do roast battle, but like women suck at comedy. And then I reposted it. Didn't even know who he was. And I was like, well, let's battle then. Because at that point I had been like number 2. And he agreed to battle. And then we showed up and then we battled and then we started dating. Naturally. That's how Puerto Ricans meet.
They abuse each other and
Yeah.
start dating.
Verbal violence and
Yeah.
then you start dating. And then we dated for a few years and then we broke up and then I left New York.
But you obviously you would link up over there, but then it's like, how is this going to work? And then you had to move to New York for it. How long
We
were
did
you?
long distance for,
You did, yeah, that's what I was getting at, kind of.
I don't know, 6 months, something like that.
Yeah, it's long distance can't last for that long.
No.
6 months is a long time, and
now,
then after that,
now
it's like,
knowing,
what are we doing?
we've been broken up for over 5 years, and now knowing him, he was definitely fucking girls. He was definely fucking girls.
You're like, I made the wrong choice.
Yeah, I was bringing his ass on FaceTime to bars with me. Like, I was being faithful as fuck.
Yeah.
You didn't think I wouldn't want to fuck anybody? I was in LA.
Toxic. Yeah. Yeah, no, long distance. He was fucking.
Yeah, he was definitely fucking girls. I'm like, he's faithful.
Well, if he had the option to, which he probably did being a successful comic.
Oh, yeah, women hate funny guys.
Right. But it's not always like that because guys it's not easy for a guy to get laid in general unless they're buying it, like transactionally.
Right.
You
Well,
know what I
I
mean?
think it's pretty easy.
Like a girl shouldn't trust me in a long distance relationship.
No,
Well, now they can because I'm a good boy now.
because he's dating with intention.
I'm dating with intention.
You should wink and it should go ding every time you say it.
So then you leave New York.
Yeah.
And then you went back to Florida.
You know
or-
what? A breakup's bad when you leave the entire city or
Well, you
the
have.
entire state. I went back to California.
Yeah, but I mean, once you relocate, because let's face it, us men, that we have we're the provider men or whatever. They have to come to us, and now they start getting mail at our house. They start
Yeah.
they live there now, and it's just I feel so bad making someone relocate for me than having to relocate them again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
No, I
What-
made
what-
him
get-
pay.
get-
It was like we were married. He paid alimony for a long time. I was
Nice.
like, you're finding me a place. I
what's that called?
moved.
Unemployment.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the worst place. You're a comic coming to New York.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Whoop, Kim Congdon is taking
Shut
it off.
Not Kim Congdon.
Kim Congdon.
Oh, God.
I
Okay.
can't hit on you because you have a boyfriend now.
I know.
What happened? So, you were single for a while,
Yeah.
and then
I was single forever.
But you were a lover girl, though.
Yes.
You wanted to.
Yeah.
What would you have been if I had asked you? Like I said, what are you looking for? Or are you looking for a relationship? What would you have said?
No, I probably would have said exactly what I said, which is it probably sounds creepy, but I do want a boyfriend.
Yeah, you're like.
I would have said it
move me-
probably sounds creepy, but I want a boyfriend. Those exact words.
Why does that sound creepy nowadays?
Oh, I don't know.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. We
I
have to go
know.
back to finding love. Because that's the problem in society. Men are the problem too. I'm not saying women are the problem for saying that, but everybody's pushing this narrative of being single, and it's what are we doing here? Nobody wants to die alone. I keep saying, the end goal. You got to figure out what you want in the now by looking at the finish line.
Right.
And I know I don't want to die alone, so what are the other options? You have to start to even if I have to go to therapy.
You know when it gets bad?
What?
Have you reached the point where you reached out to someone you talked to in high school yet?
Nah, I'm from Staten Island, bro.
Oh, okay.
Those girls are rough.
That's when you know it's
And
bad.
fuck
When you
them.
go like, oh, I wonder how he's doing.
Fuck them because they used to bully me too.
Really?
Oh my god, I got bullied so bad by this one girl. Her name was Nicole or something.
You know it was Nicole.
I think her name was Nicole.
Her name was like Nicole Anderson or something specifically.
She used to like just bully me at the lunch table and just like make fun of like my face. I had a rough puberty. She'd like make fun of the pimples. I had like this really like kinky hair and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I used to, one time I tried to get like the blonde highlights. I don't know if you remember that era.
Yeah.
But because my hair
Frosted
is so
tips?
thick. Yes, but because my hair is so thick, it just looked like a cheetah of like yellow.
Aw.
There's like yellow spots.
Fuck.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be like on the hairs themselves, but they didn't penetrate. So it was just like I looked like a
Like an
Dennis
animal.
Rodman. So she used to like just make fun of me, and that girl is probably 4 kids right now, probably in selling MLM herbal life juices.
See, this is why you should listen to country music. If you listen to Toby Keith, R.I.P. How do you like me now?
Kim's hero.
That would hit for you, thinking about this girl.
Oh,
How do you
yeah.
like me now?
Well, I'm more like what's that guy's name? Big Rob or something? Was it? Or no, Mike? Not Mike Will.
Who?
He's like, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all want
that's
me. Back
Mike
then-
Jones.
Mike Jones.
231-330-8004. Hit Mike Jones up on the low because
Literally-
Mike Jones about to blow.
Literally put his phone number in a song.
He was the first one to do that,
That's
wasn't he? Was he the
fire.
first one to do that?
Mike Jones. Yeah. So you were single for a while, and then now
Single for a
How long
while.
you been with this guy?
6 months.
All right. Nice.
I'm into it. I'm very excited about it.
And you live in L.A.
And I live in LA.
Did you have to do the long distance thing again?
We tried it for a week.
He's from where?
He is originally from East Texas. I met him in Florida. We were both just visiting. And then
Oh, so does he? So he doesn't live in L. He wasn't from L.A.
he wasn't from LA. Now we both live in LA.
He moved to L.A. for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. And
Boss
you know what?
bitch
And
shit,
you know what
yo.
he did
The guy's
that
coming to me.
You know what he did that I really liked?
I don't like that. This is a red pill podcast. I don't know if you knew that. Alpha male shit.
No. You know what
I
he
need
did?
a submissive
This is
woman to
good.
come to me. What?
This is good. You know what he did that I like is that immediately when we met, it was just like I had no doubt that he was really into me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, there was like I don't know. It was just like I left town and he was like, I'm going to see you in 2 days. Like, I want to see you right now.
Yeah.
And it was like very like, I don't know.
When there's a will, there's a way. Like
Yeah.
you always know. It should be effortless.
One of my favorite things that people say about men is like if he wanted to, and it works with women too. If he wanted to or if she wanted to, she would. You know, and that was like
Yeah.
the first time I was like, oh, he's doing it for real. Everything he said, he did. And
I'm
that's
like, maybe she's busy. Maybe she doesn't have service for the last 4 days.
I did
you
that
know?
for years, Vinny. I did that for
Yeah.
years. I was like, yeah, he probably has AT&T, and you know how the towers are.
Yeah.
And he's always working.
Especially during the summer months, like, you know, everyone's outside, you know.
No, but yeah, he doesn't like being on his phone.
I had this.
There's no excuse. If someone likes you, my boyfriend doesn't even use a phone, and he texts me back every time. He just figures it out.
I was dating a girl like that I actually really enjoyed dating, and I would literally make no contact with her
Why?
in between dates. She didn't text me, and then I'd be like, "What's going on?" She'd be like, "Sorry, I'm sick," or it was always like, "I'm sick," or it was always like one time she like got drunk and she's like, "I'm taking a recovery day." I'm like, it shouldn't be this hard to talk to someone. And then I told my therapist about it, and he was like, I thought he was gonna like be on my side and shit. But he was like, nah, he's like, you need to like get out of her world and let her function the way she functions and stop trying to micromanage. I'm like, I want
Yeah.
the girl to fucking talk to me.
Yeah, I'm not on your therapist's side. Call me crazy. I've told my therapist.
Well,
since
that's
the
why we're in
beginning.
therapy.
Yeah, well, I've told my therapist. I'm like, and I've said it for years because I was like, when I meet someone, I want to be with them a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to be alone. And like me and my boyfriend spend a lot of time together, but like, I don't know. We also I spend a lot of days working and doing my shit.
I don't know. I think that there
just
is
nice.
a little bit of a grace period before the love bombing and like the whole like, you know, someone like being overly texting and stuff. But at what point does that stop?
I don't even.
what I
I
mean?
don't even like texting. I'm like,
So you're a bad texter?
I'm a horrible texter.
See, but
And I'm a great girlfriend, but I'm a bad texter. And that's why I wanted to skip the whole texting thing.
what do you mean? Like we have to.
I can't stand it, dude. I can't keep up with my phone that way.
Right, but
And-
does your
and-
man ever feel like? What do you do to make
No,
him not
he-
feel insecure about it?
Well, we just when I'm gone.
Well, now
I
you're
don't really-
together, but
We're
you know.
together. If I'm gone all day, if it's been like 8 hours, I'll text him like I'll miss you. And that's good enough for him. Like, we live together. It's like,
Yeah, no, at this point, yeah, I guess I'm going back into the beginning
If
of
you're
it, where you have
dating-
to like establish the communication and
when we did spend the 1 week apart after we met, we were texting all the time.
see.
But we both were like, we both agreed that we would not be able to keep up with constantly texting. It's
Yeah, well, of course, like long distance wise.
I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just can't text and ask about the day. I hate
Right, but you
fucking
had to
texting.
put in the effort.
to
early
maintain
on
it. It
to
did take
maintain
work to
and-
keep
yes.
talking, and we both agreed that it took work for both of us to keep talking to each other.
Right.
And that's like the effort, even though no matter you're busy as fuck. So there's no reason some girl is like, sorry, I'm having a recovery day. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you know, my phone's
you
in my
have time-
hands 24/7.
yeah, and I'm always working too and shit.
I
like-
answer her when she didn't text me for a week. I would answer her in 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're like, how are you doing then? I'll bring you soup if you're not feeling that well.
Literally, I think I sent her a fucking DoorDash gift card.
That's so nice. That's so nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think of the hottest big bootied chicks I know for you,
Thank you.
because I have
Appreciate
some
it.
hot single
Bigger the
friends.
booty though, bigger the attitude.
That's true, but men like that. Please.
No, just be cool, just be chill.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
but there's a certain there's a difference between having an attitude and being comfortable being yourself. Because
Yeah.
everybody gets in bad moods.
For sure. And be bitchy. I like a girl that's bitchy. I like a girl that's like untouchable, standoffish.
Right.
But when I say attitude, I just mean like this initial dating period where I'm trying to get to know you, be honest, be transparent, show a little effort, you know.
Yeah,
But
totally.
yeah, no, the date the
what's the worst
texting
date
thing
you've
sucks.
been on recently?
Recently, I don't know. I haven't really gone on many. I've been believing in like the box theory a lot recently that we've been talking about. Like I think some girl Tinks made it popular. We talked about it on one of my last shows, but like where a man puts you in a box of whether he wants nothing to do with you. I don't know how many box theories there are. You could look it up, but like he wants nothing to do with you. He wants to be your friend. He wants to smash, or he wants to like wife you up. I just counted 4. I don't know. Those are,
Okay, that sounds like a pretty good range of
Yeah.
everything.
so my dates, like it just depends on like what box like that person's in, and then that's why I don't really go on many bad dates because like if it's like a hookup one, like we kind of are both into it like that, so that's like a cool date. The friend one, I don't really go on many dates with friends. What do you? Oh, now you have a lot of guy friends.
I have a lot of guy friends.
Ooh, so how do we navigate that? Well, I think I know
Well-
what you're gonna say because,
Tell me what you think I'm gonna say.
well, I mean, he moved there for you.
Mm-hmm.
You do give me a little bit of like alpha energy.
Okay.
You're a comic.
Yeah.
You're a career woman.
Okay.
He moved there for you,
Mm-hmm.
so I feel it's like nah, like my guy friends are fine, but you seem like a lover girl. You seem sweet. You seem like Puerto Rican.
Uh-huh.
So you might be like a little bit of like a submissive Latina to your man.
Yeah, I am.
Did I read that correctly?
You did, yeah.
So what's the middle ground?
So like with the guy thing, I kind of just picked my boyfriend's really cool. Like he has become friends with all of my guy friends. We talk together about who I think is shady, and like he literally is. We are best friends. Like I met a guy and he is my best friend, and so he knows all the secrets and shit. And I think he's so in on my life that for him he feels a part of it. He doesn't feel very left out. He has the phone numbers of everyone, and I have a guy friend. His name's Hormos. He's been my friend for 13 years. He has a girlfriend. I introduced him and his girlfriend. She was my roommate. I met her on Craigslist, and I introduced them. They just got engaged. They've been dating for 13 years. And he's one of my best friends. And I go hang out with him alone all the time. I go over to his house.
So this is where I was going to get into the
and
boundaries.
We write. Well, we're writers. So we're working.
Yeah,
I'm going
that's
over
what
there.
I call it too.
I'm smoking.
Writing.
I'm smoking. I'm working. I always invite him. He can come whenever he wants. But most of
Yeah.
the time he's like, no, go work. It is easier just to like. But also, yeah, there's nothing like
Okay,
really
okay,
he
okay,
can't
okay.
be involved in.
Take out the writing loophole.
Uh-huh.
Do you believe in boundaries between men and female friends.
Dude, I can say that I think it's okay. I don't see any reason why he would need to go like hang out with a chick without me.
Literally.
Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but and I don't really see like besides like working with someone, I don't see why I would ever go get drinks with a guy. I would never.
I literally date big booty models.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if they're naked on a set with a fucking guy with his dick hard holding a fan in front of her.
Yeah.
That's her job. Like, she's doing that. But do I want them going out for drinks and having dinner after? Probably not.
Yeah, sometimes
if that makes me a little insecure bitch, then
I
so
could
be
see
it.
but I do like with Hormos and stuff. I do go over to his house and like smoke without him sometimes. But Hormos' girlfriend, I would let my boyfriend go hang out with her alone because I trust. She's like one of my very best friends. I've known her for 13 years. Like I know how much she loves her boyfriend, and
it's situational.
It's situational.
It's situational.
So it's
There's
like,
different dynamics. Okay.
he can have girlfriends, but it's like I don't want. My boyfriend's not going to hang out with any girl that does not want me around.
Well,
Period.
obviously, yeah.
Period. That's like we should hang out just us two. I don't like that.
I don't know. I mean, like, obviously, like, first of all, I would never want someone to discontinue anyone from their life. A lot of men are like that. A lot of women are like that.
Yeah.
They disappear. You know what I mean? When they have whatever.
No, but you should be able to involve your partner and like all be friends.
Yeah, like
if you're true friends.
Right, but I think that's where like the sacrifice has to come into when someone's really ready for a relationship. You're ready to make certain sacrifices, and I think that you're going to move differently in your life, and life isn't going to be exactly the same again, and you should be okay with that. I'm not going to like move exactly the same with my girlfriends or my guy friends that I am when I'm in a relationship. Voluntarily, that's the goal. The goal is to, so when there's like a girl that I know that used to like hang out with me, get dinners with me, whatever, now she has a boyfriend and I don't see her in that capacity anymore, I don't like look down on her. You know what I say? I'm like, that's a good girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm proud of her
like
for doing that. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I should have wiped that up.
My boyfriend knows that we're doing the podcast together, right? I was like, I'm doing the podcast with Vinny. We've been DMing the last few days and I've been very open and he's totally fine with it. I think that if he wasn't here and I was like, well, Vinny and I are going to go get dinner.
Yeah.
He would be like, well, that's not really work anymore. Yeah, you know what I mean? It'd be like.
It should make you tilt your head a little bit.
And
like,
it's not for everyone. Some people are more open, but yeah, it's just not what you want personally.
Right. Exactly. And I only speak from my personal perspective. Obviously, everyone's different.
And it doesn't make you a bad person because I think people are like, that's controlling, that's jealous. And it's like, no, some people are just like, things do happen.
And also everyone does, but everyone also does have boundaries. It's just that where the line starts is different for everybody. Some people will let their some girls will let their man fuck their friends.
Ugh.
Obviously,
yeah,
she has a different boundary than somebody else that's like, I don't want you breathing the same air as my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's like weird if you're controlling what a girl wears or you think she's too sexy when she goes out. I think that's when it starts getting weird. Like you should never care.
Yeah. But for me, it's also like the weird part is like, it's not even like the meetup part of it because like nothing's going to happen. It's like, why are you like these girls are like dying to do it. Like they're dying to like, cause like I bring up these conversations like right away.
Oh, to like hang out with a dude.
Like you saying, it's like almost like the equivalent of like, I don't know, when you tell a guy he can't. It's like taking someone's like candy away from a baby.
Well,
when you tell a guy like he can't watch porn anymore or something, he'd be like, he would actually like be. And when I say he, everyone thinks I'm talking about myself.
No, but I know what you mean.
But let's speak generally. He might be like very mad. He might be like, this is like an existential threat to my existence now.
Yeah.
And I see that same reaction sometimes with some women. Not all. Some women just get it. They're like, yeah, of course. Like,
right.
I'm going to be in a relationship with you. I'm going to have a different dynamic with guys alone. But some of them like fight to the death on it. They're like, no, like I don't see why I can't just do every single thing I was doing exactly the same with my guy friend. We can go out together. We can go to dinner together. We could go to after parties together. He could sleep at my house. Blah blah blah. We could do fucking blow together.
Right.
He's just my boy. He would never do anything. Trust me. And it's just like I get that, but still, why are you want it so bad?
Yeah. No, I get it. It is.
And why would you want me
weird.
doing that too with a girl,
Yeah. No, that's how I feel too. That's
Kim,
how
you're
I
not
feel.
helping me here.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm kind of like I'm a little bit, I don't know.
Hi.
High. I'm definitely high. That's
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. But I am a little jealous.
Yes, exactly.
But my therapist says it's healthy to be a little jealous.
Right. I just try to
because-
take like a very just common sense like approach to
Can
everything
I tell you what
and middle ground. You know what I
Can
mean?
I tell you, you're like, why? Why do women want to do it so bad?
Well,
I think
I know.
a part of it, and this is just like, I'm not trying to be like Barbie movie about it, but I think it is really, really hard for women to accept the fact that almost every man she's ever really cared about as a friend would want to fuck her. It's like an actual it's a very hurtful thing for women because like we actually care about people. Like
Right.
it's like different for men. A lot of men, you know, there's a category of men that like women, and then there's a lot of men that genuinely just don't. They want to fuck women, they want to breed women or do what they need to do, and they want to like fucking spread their seed, and they're still living like animals. And I don't know. I think just for women, it's really hard to accept that these guys that you've been friends with for a long time would fuck you. Most of them would. Even the ones that are truly your friend, if you got drunk and tried to fuck them, most of them would.
Yes.
And that's just the truth.
Like if there
and
was
men understand because you're a
there's
man.
a possibility of it.
There's
like
a possibility
just in
of
some
it.
universe. There's if he's straight
But
and not your family.
At one point, you're going to find someone that you're going to go like just immediately like she would just never.
Of course.
And you're going to feel that. But I also don't have the urge to like spend all my time with another guy. I want to bring my boyfriend everywhere with me. It's almost to an annoying point where I'm like,
Right.
we have to spend some days I have to I schedule with my friends. Like, well, let's do a girls' night now because I'm with my boyfriend. I think that's where the independence should come in. But it doesn't have to be like so.
I think that's what I was
separate.
getting at with like it's not even the act of the hanging out. It's like the urge. You
Yeah,
know what I
the
mean? It's like why
want
do
to-
you like really want
It's
to?
like you don't like me enough. You don't want to just stay with me.
Yeah, I don't know, like because it works both ways too for men and women. Like there's this thing also called like respect.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No.
You know what I mean? Like
No.
you kind of got.
I can't tell if we're being offensive in this podcast or not.
This is very like red pill, whatever.
I think we're gonna. Are we a red
You were
flag?
the last person that I ever thought was be worried about like offending anybody in a podcast.
No, I'm just
still on
saying. Like,
TV,
are we the bad guys here? Like, is that a bad, jealous way to think? But I don't think it's horrible. I don't think it's horrible. I think, yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
For me personally, I just want to be with someone that wants to hang out with me a lot, and then has a small balance of like hanging out.
And yeah,
and
this is the
having
last
their
thing
own
I'll say
life.
on it. Like, I think that again, it's like about everyone is different. Everyone has different dynamics with their partner. Some people are open to the point where people can fuck each other.
I have a hard time. I think it's fewer than you think. I think
What?
a lot of the times when these people are open, it has to hurt.
Oh,
It has to hurt, dude.
Yeah.
To see your wife get porked.
like a cuck. Nah, I don't know. I think like when the cuck is.
Or even
I
not
feel
being
like-
there and seeing her come home.
Wait, what?
Even not being there and she goes out to fuck a dude because you guys are in an open thing and seeing her come home and she's all smiley and acting weird and you're like,
right. Like,
what
why are
kind
you
of
so
dick
happy?
did she just get?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that like it might hurt the girl, but I think once a guy has like crossed the cuck line, I feel like he loves it.
Yeah, he's into it.
Because if it hurts, it just makes him hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a good like when a woman is not into it, then like that's bad. That's like I feel bad. But if a guy like is like sad for getting cucked, I'm like, nah, he loves it.
Yeah, that's actually part of it. Is the sadness
literally.
for him.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, I was wrapping up. I was just saying like, because now you got me feeling like I'm being offensive.
No. You're not.
I'm just saying like, Natalie, right? Do you think we're being offensive?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you. I'm just saying like you have a partner. Everyone's different. Everyone wants. My personal thing is like we're gonna move differently and have different dynamics with friends and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Come to common grounds. Everything is situational, but still like if I just wouldn't want a free for all of like everything is staying exactly the same just because like. And as a man too, I think your guy friend should respect that you are in a relationship now. You know,
I'm very curious to know what Natalie thinks because Natalie, I feel like you're
Middle ground?
younger and
Well,
you're
and half gay, so I feel like that kind
yeah,
of
you're like gay. Yeah, you're kind of gay.
well,
and- yeah.
lesbians are really jealous.
Yeah. I feel like on the one hand, I am kind of jaded because I was in a relationship for 9 years. So I'm like, nah, fuck that. Get out of here. Like, I don't care about, like, if I was in an open thing or whatever. I'm like, yeah, go get some.
Because it was
Because
so
I never
long.
got the opportunity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, I completely get what Kim's saying, which is like, if you're in a relationship with somebody, why wouldn't you want to bring them around everywhere?
It's a weird thing to like keep it separate almost because I want
Totally.
my friends to be involved with the person I love.
Totally.
Every time I have fun with my friends, I'm like, oh, it's more fun if my boyfriend's here too. And if that person doesn't think the same, it's like kind of something's off.
A lot of girls were saying like they want to keep their male friends to like offer a different perspective. You know what I mean?
But
like,
that means you're just going and talking shit about your boyfriend to your male friends.
Literally. Yeah. He's
what
like,
do you mean?
He's like, oh, you deserve better than that, baby. You know what I mean?
you keep one close female and your sisters.
Your family. Yeah,
your family. You talk
yeah.
shit about your partner to your family and your sister. And when you're one close friend that knows.
Again, it's just common sense.
It's just respect.
Don't cut people off completely. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Like if you want to have guy friends, I don't know. Just like everyone has different boundaries. Except, and that's the thing too. It's like, what's the trade off too? It's like, okay.
Well, if you were dating a girl and she was like, what would a girl call you, Vin? Vin.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Vin. I like Vin.
Big Daddy.
Vin is when people really know me.
Really?
My family calls me Vin.
Okay, Vin.
Yeah.
Okay, Vin. I think my friend from college is coming into town. He was one of my best friends in college.
Mm-hmm.
We should go get dinner with him.
Yeah, of course.
Great.
Oh, together? No, I'm not, leave that aside.
You're good.
I'm not even talking about
Okay,
together.
okay. Then that's fine.
And
you know what?
but
then
if
we
it
said
was
nothing
alone,
offensive. Alone?
No,
alone
together,
is weird. There's
of
no
course.
reason. The only reason you'd need to be alone is because it's intimate, and then that's weird
right.
to me.
And then it's weird.
Yeah.
And again, like
those are whores, Vinny.
I am not.
Those are whores.
They're all whores. You are all whores. We went from not being offensive to
they're sluts,
all
dude.
fucking sluts,
They're sluts
and whores that want to hang out with. What's that? The meme with the hot dogs,
dude.
You know
I
what
have
mean?
such a thing. Like I respect a
and
slut.
this is coming from the roast battle. Fucking, you're surrounded by men. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they've said all the meanest things to me. No, I have more guy friends than most girls I know.
Yeah,
so.
comedy's a weird job.
It's a weird
like
thing.
usually, like a man will have to. If I dated you, I would have to move my boundaries around and concede to a lot of things, like the writing, the hanging out at 2 a.m. with a bunch of guys in a green room. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
and sometimes it's like weird because comedians are very weird about bringing people in green rooms that aren't comics. So sometimes I'm literally with my boyfriend and I have to be like, I have to go back there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like
you can't come.
Yeah, you have to be really cool.
Yeah, I have to go back to the sex party in the green room. You wait out here.
Well, I wrote for the roast of Tom Brady. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
What'd you write?
I was on Nikki Glazer's production, like whole
Fire.
team. Yeah, she fucking crushed, dude.
Yeah.
But I brought my boyfriend. We were all dressed nice. We were sitting at a table, not in front of the cameras. And 30 seconds till live, someone came over and they want you at the front table with Dana White and the fighters. And I was like, gotta go. And
yeah.
Any
Peace,
you know,
bitch.
someone a little less cool that would have set them off. But he was fine with it.
Right.
And it is what it is. If it's work, it's different. But
yeah, I don't want an excited bitch, you know?
No.
I might get a little insecure about that. you
Yeah.
know? But it was work, though. It was different.
It was work, and I was actually excited. The thing, I was like, Dana and them are cool because I do jujitsu and I like fighting. So
yeah.
I actually like the fighting.
You're over there putting them in headlocks.
No, I'm just like, great fight last week to Max Holloway and
Yeah,
stuff. I was like,
yeah.
fucking incredible. I saw it in a hallway. But I was mostly excited to be seeing Kim Kardashian. Like, so that's what I talked about the whole night was like seeing Kim.
I mean, people it's just like, I'm not saying like, they might have like a girl, if she's on a date with me, she might be having this like thing that I am so insecure, no men, being controlling, this and that. Like I said, you could be fucking naked on an island somewhere and I'm not even there. I'm like, go have fun. Go do what you're doing. Like you're working, you're mingling, you're networking, you're doing your fucking thing. But again, like it just crosses a weird intimate boundary when you're together with somebody. Or like you had this friend before that is straight, because, you know, it's always the straight guy that would never do anything with you.
Yeah.
And he used to like sleep at your house. You walked around in booty shorts around him and shit. And like I just, as the guy, like me personally, I just wouldn't be cool with that.
No.
It'd make me feel a little bit, and it would also make me
Tell me if this is weird.
It would make me feel weird that you want to do that. Why do you want to? You know?
Me and my boyfriend tonight are going to Lewis's house to hang out at a party. How do you feel about that?
If I was him, I probably wouldn't do it.
But he is the one who was like, we should go. It'd be nice.
No, I mean, more power to him. You got a good, cool guy. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm that cool.
You don't think he'd do it?
I don't think I would. I don't think
It's
I
not
would do
just
it.
us three either. It's not like a weird. It's a huge. It's a party.
Yeah. Well, we run into that a lot on Jersey Shore too.
Like the
because
mix, the
we've
incestual.
all
You guys have all hooked up. Yes, I'm assuming.
indirectly in some kind of ways. But I wasn't invited to Snooki's wedding, and I was totally fine with that. I understood where he was coming
That makes
from.
sense because as a man, you're like, I don't want to see. I don't want to look at the eyes of the man that fucking.
But here you are going to fucking the party tonight. Yeah. So I get it. I get it. As the guy, that's what I'm saying. Like these guys shouldn't be like butthurt about it. They should be happy for you. Like go enter that chapter of your life. Like go, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's all like, I don't know. Lewis is still a part of your life. Like you're still part of the comedy scene. You can't like
I
avoid
think if
him
my
and
boyfriend
shit, you know what
had
I mean?
a friend that he had sex with like a long, long time ago and they never had sex again and they were still really close friends, I might not mind her at my wedding.
Yeah.
I might not mind it.
Everything
Because I also kind of
changes.
get it if you're in your early 20s and like
Yeah, things happen.
things happen and people you I'm sure you see, like you said, you messed around with your cast member. I'm sure you legitimately see them like family now. Like
Yes.
they are your
yes,
family and it's
yes.
such a different situation.
Totally.
Unless you guys are secretly still fucking, and which I need to know about immediately.
That would be some Vanderpump shit.
That would be some Vanderpump shit.
Yeah. We were talking before about your how 90 Day Fiance almost ruined your relationship.
Dude, no, it was the Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Yeah.
Gaslit me into thinking that I was love bombing my boyfriend.
Yeah, I know. It has to be like a happy. I've been accused of love bombing before, but it's like what? Sorry I did so much for you. Sorry I bought you flowers and Ubers everywhere.
A guy told me I bombed him once, and literally. I was
I'm
so
just Puerto
shocked.
Rican.
Didn't even love bomb him. I was like, I didn't even want to hang out with you that much.
Yeah. You should see
me.
what I do.
You haven't seen what I do.
To guys that I do
He was like,
like.
you told me you liked me. I was like, I kind of do. I kind of do like you right now. For like a little. I like issue.
What's your love language? This is also the first like Delulu combo you have with like the person you love. Like that you like. What's your love language?
Yeah, it's true.
It's so exhausting. I have this conversation like 8 times a week. I'm in the talking phase with like 47 girls right now.
I used to keep a roster.
It's not like I'm not keeping a baller roster.
No.
This is
it's
like
just
a dating
it's
roster.
It's a casual like, you're trying to like really. It's like your own
Find
Bachelor.
the one.
Dude.
Yes,
it's
yes.
your own Bachelor. That's the show you should be on.
I've done 2 seasons of that.
Oh, you
not
have?
The Bachelor. It's called Double Shot at Love. It's like the Ratchet Bachelor.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I did know about that. You've done so much shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, you had to keep a roster.
I was saying
What?
The talking phases with 40 girls, asking them what their love languages are.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
my love language. There's the touch. There's the gift giving. I don't really. I think gifts are sweet every once in a while. I don't need them all the time, personally.
What are the gifts though? What are the like when they say gifts? Is it like a Starbucks or is it like YSL boots?
Well, dude, if it's something expensive for me personally, I told my boyfriend. I straight up had to tell my boyfriend this. I was like, you have to get me flowers.
Okay.
It's not much to ask.
They're pretty expensive.
I don't even care if they're the $5 flowers at the grocery store or if you pick them outside. Like just like a little flower at my desk, anything.
Nice.
You have to get me flowers.
So is that a gift?
I think it's like someone telling you they thought of you during the day. And my boyfriend does sweet things. Like he'll buy, these shoes were in my closet. And he was like, oh, I bought Vans today and I felt bad not getting you a pair.
Okay.
And then I was like, it's sweet to be thought of. So I like that.
You're like, every time you go buy Suki's now, you have to buy me a pair.
Yeah. I'm like, I better never see you without shoes without me without shoes. He set a precedent.
Set the precedent.
Yeah. But I like quality time and physical touch. But personally, I'm not PDA. I'm not very PDA.
Yeah, same. I don't know.
A little bit.
I learned that physical touch was mine like recently. I never really knew how much of mine that was. I think it was just because like after being single for so long and like not having the physical touch.
Right.
And living in this like jaded world of being alone and everything, it's like now when you meet somebody that you want to touch, it's like you can't get off of them. You know what I mean? It feels so good.
Yeah.
So I guess that is my love language. I never really knew.
Yeah, it is very sweet. Dude, I used to have this really sad joke about being so single that I tickled my own arm to sleep.
Yeah.
You ever do that
Just
when you're
rub
about
your
to fall
own-
asleep? That's a sad night.
Play with your own
That's
hair.
a sad.
No, you want to hear something sad?
Natalie, you ever tickle your own arm? Dude, yeah.
Yo, you guys want to hear something sad? I fucking like, sometimes like I'll be in bed and like I'll be like imagining like a good cuddle session with an ex-girlfriend that like I loved.
No, that's well, you know what? I think that's almost powerful. You got to imagine a good cuddle session with someone else.
What do you mean?
You got to
someone
start
else?
changing your manifestation mind.
Like
It's
of
got to
the
be in the
future?
future. Yeah.
No, that makes me just feel sad.
No, dude, it's
'Cause
no.
that makes me feel like I'm just desperate for like
I
some
gotta
girl
tell
I'll
you,
never get. You know what
They're
I mean?
both sad.
That's true,
okay?
that's true.
So
They are
pick
both-
the one that might change your life.
yeah. No, at least the last one was real. At least I pulled that.
Yeah,
know what I'm
but
saying?
no.
Because if I start imagining shit,
Dude,
I'm gonna imagine fucking like I don't know, like who's like the hottest fucking girl ever. Like I'm gonna start imagining like
who is the
some-
hottest girl ever to you? I'm very curious.
Well, I have it.
Hottest, number one.
You're gonna have to look them up. I have a type. I have like a top like this girl like Juliana Alu. She's like a Victoria's Secret model.
Juliana.
She's
Olu.
Brazilian.
Okay.
I like what's that show with the strippers? P Valley, is that it? P Valley. It's like a stripper, like it's like a scripted show about strippers.
Okay.
But like the lead role in that, like she's like beautiful. I follow her on Instagram, and I don't really expect to get them, so I'm not picturing myself cuddling with them.
Yeah, or you can't say it on the pod.
What?
That you're picturing yourself cuddling.
Oh,
with
right,
them.
right.
It
That'll
will
be
ruin the
weird.
chances. It will ruin the chances.
Well, I feel like Nick Cannon did that about Mariah Carey. He went on like a radio show, and he like kept manifesting her. I
Justin
keep
Bieber
saying,
did that with Selena Gomez.
oh really?
Yeah.
I keep saying Juliana Alu, but she's not showing up.
Yeah,
But
she
I don't
might.
feel like we would get along. Like she does.
Tonight when you grab your pillow, you better call it Juliana.
That's her. Yeah.
Oh, god damn.
Can you look up the girl on P Valley? The head.
You know who I feel like you'd be attracted to is Tyla.
I do. She's beautiful,
She's so hot.
but she's gorgeous. But she's just not like, again, like I just now dating with intention.
You don't like women that waste water?
Yes, exactly. I like a environmental woman. No, how old is she? She's like 21 years old, right?
I don't know actually.
Tyla's young. She's in a
Which one is it? out of
she's in an
interest?
era of her life where she is starting her career.
Mhm.
There's not gonna be much quality time with her.
Yeah.
I don't think the text game is gonna be great.
No,
you know what I mean? She's
You
gonna
need
be like,
the text for
hold
sure.
on, I'm
She's
doing.
22, by the way.
She's
Oh,
22.
she's young. Yeah.
But Tyla, like older, is like perfect.
yeah. Okay.
They got to
okay.
be ready. They got to be. Everyone has to be ready for that era of their life. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, and everyone deserves their time to have fun.
Yeah, she's pretty. I
She's
kinda,
so pretty.
This is a hot take, but I kind of like the South African accent too. People
yeah,
don't really like that.
yeah. It's.
I don't
really
like
good.
Australian. I think Australian's gross.
Really?
Yeah. For girls, yeah.
I
you
know
what
my
I mean?
boyfriend fucked a bunch of Australians right before he met me, so I think it's gross too.
Yeah,
That's
see,
my
there's
jealousy.
that jealous Puerto Rican
Yeah,
coming out.
yeah.
No, like Shane's joke.
He's like, we should go to Australia. I'm like, I'm not going back to your fuck whoreland.
yeah.
Your fucking whoreland that you came all over.
Why did he fuck somebody Australian?
He's hot.
I know, but why Australians?
He was there for a year.
Oh, he
after
was
the
there for a
military.
year.
After he was all pent up in the military too.
Yeah.
So he probably
yeah.
went crazy. Who knows what he did in the down under?
Mm-hmm.
I can't even think about it. I'm sick.
That's like Shane's joke. It's like you can't take an Australian seriously. Like even though there's one Australian guy in 9/11, it was like, fuck. Everyone
That is
just laughs at him.
That's true, dude.
Also, like with the social media thing, like it's just in these like 20 talking phases, like half of them are like live in fucking like Switzerland and you know it's
Right.
like London. I had another one like recently that was in London. I'm like, this is my dream girl, but what the fuck am I gonna do with that? She's in London.
You know what I used to do is I used to always be like, maybe this is it. And I'd find like a reason, like, I've always wanted a guy with a half Russian,
So
half-
maybe he's the one.
half Jamaican. Yeah, I'd always go like, maybe that is. And I'd try to imagine it and it just never seemed right.
Mm,
But yeah, dude, maybe fly the chick from London in. Why not?
yeah, but
Is
then,
it weird? Then you have to fly them in, you have to hang. And if it's not a cool hang, it's weird.
oh, the fly out situation. I'm way past that.
You're
in my
done
life.
flying people out.
Yeah, just because of like the whole. I'll be totally upfront about this. Like, I want to hang out with you for one night.
Yeah. just to see how it goes.
That's it. Like, I want to hang out. Like, if you'll fly out for a night, I'll fly you out. We can hang out during the day. You know what I mean? We could do.
What if they're like flying me out to hang out for one night, but put me up for a few days?
I've thought about that, and I've actually kind of have done that before.
Because that's like a good
I've done that.
compromise. I get not wanting to commit to so much time with someone you don't know.
Yeah, and also like just the next day, I have like shit to do. I have to wake up. I have to go to the gym. I have to go, run to Staten Island to do something for my mom. Like I can't like my favorite thing is like now they're like, yeah, like I'm like a dick. So like when they start to ask me these questions, like, oh, so like when you fly me out type shit, I'll be like I don't. First of all, I don't know you. I'm like, what are we gonna do? She's like, oh, you could like just like give me a tour around the city. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do at 36 years old. I want to take you.
The Statue
I
of
want to take you
Liberty.
to Rockefeller Center.
Oh,
Are you fucking
no.
kidding me? It's like I want to go to dinner and I want to fucking hang out with you, and then I will admit though, during the perfect situation, like with my long distance ex, when she came, I didn't want her to leave. Like it was great, and then like you said with your man. Right away, we knew. We're like, oh, I need you back here.
Right.
Like right away. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
it's never like that.
It's not always
you were
like
single
that.
for like 10 years.
Dude, I know. I know. But yeah, I don't know. As soon as you find someone, you're like, oh, everyone can find someone. But then when you're single, you're like, I'll never find someone. It's very
weird. I don't
weird.
think it should be easy. You know what I mean? That's why they call it the one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And also, I have so much more experience now dating. Not even like, I'm not talking about like sexual. I just mean like emotional and things I've been through and relationships and stuff. And
I went on a date with a 31-year-old recently, and it was like so much different. It was so much better.
Yeah.
She just was like mature.
Yeah.
A little jaded. Nah, she was like mature. And it's funny too, like you reach this thing in New York, like going back to like our Alpha Red Pill podcast.
Right.
Like, everyone wants to be like a career woman, especially the women in New York. They like went to college, they went to like Ivy League schools and shit. And once they reach like 31 years old and they're single, they just want to cook dinner.
Dude,
that's
where
they
I am. I'm like, I need to get famous in 2 years so I can have a baby and cook dinner.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yo, they're all like, it's the funniest thing. It's like the 20-something-year-olds, like the earlier ones are the ones like, defending women. Of course, everyone is different. Every woman is different. And
totally.
They want to like go to school. But the ones that have actually worked and are in the city and pay their own
rent. They go, I'm tired.
They go, I want to.
It would be nice for a man to cover this.
We fought for this? What the fuck?
Well, you know what I think? I stayed
single for so long. They got the apron on. They're converting to Islam. They got the fucking hijab on and shit.
But you know what's really nice is I stayed single for so long and now I have a boyfriend and I don't have to do anything. But if something were to ever happen to him, I can do all my own stuff. So there is like an independence to like, if he does leave you, you can survive.
Totally. Well, who said that to me recently? They were like, because I was getting this whole other side debate about, okay, so you lived in the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this whole thing that I'm dealing with now about Ubering girls to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because like the gentleman thing to do, society, social media, it's like send the girl the horse and chariot, the black SUV with the fucking rose petals in them. They all think they want that for being horrible humans.
Yeah, they want the Uber Comfort Plus.
Yeah. For like, what are you doing for me? Anyway, we had another debate about this on my pod, like about first class every time, because you set the precedent. You know what I mean? So in LA and other states where people drive, Florida, whatever, you just drive to each other. Hey, coming over your house tonight. People don't have cars in New York.
Yeah.
So it's either you make this bitch train to you or you got to get her an Uber, right? And like, I'm cool with getting an Uber. I have money. It's fine. Mm-hmm. But like, I'm like, how sustainable is this every single time if we're going to be in a relationship? It's not a fuck once in a while thing. I'm like, oh, I'll Uber you out of here. But like, I want to see you all the time. So it's like now become like a chauffeur service. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this one girl, like, it triggered me a little bit. She's like, I'll let you know when I'm ready. Like, meaning like have the car waiting for me downstairs. This was like on like date 5 or something.
Yeah,
and I'm like, and it wasn't even a crazy date. It was like lunch.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What are your thoughts on that? Lewis wasn't fucking Ubering you every fucking time.
He was. But
every time?
Yeah, Lewis. But Lewis is
okay, I'm cutting this out because I look horrible
no,
right now.
It's okay. Lewis is a different beast. He like I said, he was Ubering every time. He paid for everything every single time.
Well, I paid for everything.
He would go to dinners and one of everything, but he was also cheating excessively.
Right,
so
it was overcompensation.
Like, so it's a different thing.
Before I get attacked, guys, see, I wasn't doing the cheating part, just the just the cheap part.
But I don't know. It's kind of hard.
It's not a money thing for me. I was saying to my friend in return, I said, I like the feeling that you know how to transport yourself from point A to point B. That's it.
It's different. It would be.
It's like you're capable of doing it.
It's almost better if you met a girl and she met you and she transported herself up until she was staying at your house and she went, now that I'm here late at night, can you Uber me back at nights?
Kim Congdon, look at me, okay? 100%.
Right?
Dangerous situations.
Right.
Late night. I'm not stupid.
I think just because you're on TV, they expect you to have a car.
That's
and there's
my
this
point.
new thing.
I don't
and
like
it's
that.
almost shittier. I don't know what else to say because New York's different. It's almost shittier to take a car for the sake of someone else having money when a train is easier.
No, for real.
It's
I'm
almost
like, don't you
want
want
to just throw away his money.
Literally.
In a way.
I'm like,
and
you will
I
get here
understand
in 15 minutes if you take the fucking train.
It's a $45, $200 car. And also, if I'm looking to marry a man, I don't want a man that wastes money on Ubers like that.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, we need it. I'm like, we need the money for our future. We're almost done. Kim's dying. I'm like, we need the money for our future. I'm leaving all this in.
I had a little tickle in my throat.
That's okay. And also, it's like, how did you do it before me? Do you just teleport everywhere?
They want to know that you're not going to be like a 50-50 guy. I don't know. It is just, I have such a different opinion on dating now that I really
Definitely
like
not a
someone
50-50
because now
guy.
I'm like, I don't even see me and my boyfriend as like a 50-50 thing. I just kind of see everything as ours now. And it's like everything becomes ours. So it's like when you're starting to date, I kind of understand a woman wanting to feel like she will be taken care of, but you can kind of tell by the man. Like you don't need like
oh no, I pay for
expensive shit and
everything. Like I again, like being with me, like there's a good light of the end of the tunnel. I don't believe in like just buying people YSL boots like date 2.
Right.
But you will get the YSL boots. You'll get everything. I have the money. I don't go around willy-nilly just like doing that for every single person.
No. And it's like women expect it on the first date, but they have to understand you're probably going on so many first dates. It's like how many
That's true.
times do I need to buy expensive gifts for a thing that doesn't work out?
How many times I have to buy Ubers, you know? But I think I think it's a very New York thing that a struggle that I'm dealing with because this wouldn't happen again if people had cars and they're like, hey, you want to come over to my house? You want to go to lunch? It's
no,
not
if
like
a guy asks me on a date and he has a car, he needs to come pick me up.
Yeah, but that's a date.
Yeah.
I'm talking about every single fucking time you guys are going to link up. You know what I mean? You're going to get there yourself. You're going to like figure out how to get there.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, this morning I was doing radio at 9 a.m. I had to be up at 7. And I was like to my boyfriend, I was like, we have to be up early. And he was like, we?
And
like, immediately I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, I guess I'll go myself.
How'd you get there?
I fucking found I called myself an Uber. I wasn't like, call me an Uber.
Right.
Because it's like, I don't know. He would if I asked, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about, I have money for my own Uber. Also, I have my own money. I don't know what else. When you have your own money, it's a different thing.
Totally.
I'm like, I don't need his Uber. It's fine. When we go out to dinner, he obviously pulls out the card and pays. But it wouldn't even really matter if I paid at this point.
One more thing. My whole thing about again, when I was like, get into these things about women and providing and stuff, because I am like a provider man. Like I do believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind if a woman has her own money. She could be richer than me. I'm not intimidated. Like Kim Kardashian could date me. I wouldn't be intimidated by her.
Right.
But it's just for me, it's like a time thing. If you have that much money, that might mean that you have a career, that you're like a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. And, you know, I wouldn't like, it's not about the money thing. I want her to have money, be able to take care of herself for these very reasons.
Right.
But it's like if she has a full-time career and money, she might not have time for me.
It's kind of, you got to find someone whose life like meshes with yours.
Yeah, exactly. There's like a yin and a yang to like everything.
This works for us. He's like retired basically from the military, and now he's getting into video editing and all that stuff. And like he's not getting into comedy, thank God. because I just
You have two like loose, like flexible kind of schedules. You kind of like meet in the middle.
We can like we go on tour. I go on tour. He can travel and work from home, and like it's like you gotta find a bitch that can work from home.
From home.
Or a remote, but independent.
Yes, a remote independent woman. I like that. I like the fitness influencers.
Yeah.
You know, cool. Their job is to like just be in the gym, squat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have like
you should hit up that girl with the big butt. What's her name?
There's so many.
No, the girl with the big butt, Jen Selter.
Oh, I know Jen Selter, but she was like the first.
She was the first. She was the original ass on Instagram.
No, she was the original ass on Instagram. They've evolved from like. You can look at the evolution of the Instagram influencer ass girl, like
Dude,
an evolutionary chart. And
the asses have gotten so big, hers looks small now.
I was gonna say it would start with Jen Selter, and then it would just end up with like just fucking donkey of an ass. You know what I mean? Like natural and shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can get out of here now.
That was fun.
Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.
Been a big fan for a while.
Thanks for having me.
Follow her. Where can people follow you?
Find me on social media at Kim Congdon. Check out my special Childless MILF on YouTube and my podcast This Bitch and the Kim Congdon Takeover. I have an episode with Vinny coming out.
Yes, she's very funny, and I like that we had a real conversation about like life things too, and not just like an interview.
Right.
Because we don't like interviews.
No, I hate interviews.
It's like, so tell me about what it's like. Working at the time. No, but how was the Tom Brady roast? No,
yeah, right.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
That was fun.
I think I actually did. What's up, guys? If you like the episode, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We are building this thing from the ground up, so we need your help, and hopefully we can make this really big one day. Love you.